What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the LSU Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats offense has the ball first today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they've been proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Offense has its first opportunity of the day. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are...
There he goes! Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Give to the running back. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
Well, This defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language of this defense. It has changed.
Back to pass, it's Cheek. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown LSU! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got a man. It's Beebe. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll try the left side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pulls it, fired complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
The defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break up the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The give on the option. Lowers those pads. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tigers. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Guys, Washington State and UW have been battling for all the apples since 1963. Here's an update. Washington had an impressive showing at home, and to do it with some of the legends of the past there, Mark Brunell, Napoleon Kaufman, and Lincoln Kennedy, what a special victory. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Fighting off the defender. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately...
Turning on the Jets. The 20. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. The Wildcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Dead center perfect. Now the lead is down to 11. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Wants to throw. It's Cheek. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just gets rid of it before the Heat. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. To the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Kentucky right back to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Chop. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Nice move there. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll give it to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Touchdown, Kentucky! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Yeah, and you look for the big fellas down here in the red zone. You want to run the football, you want to be physical, and then you play action, and you got the big target. Throw it up to him. He does the rest with the soft hands and getting the touchdown.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And that looks like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
The play action fake. Buying some time as he moves left. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Takes the handoff. It's Chubb. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Kick is in the air. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Sends it back in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Still running at the 40. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Cheek. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Got the back over the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
4th down, and a field goal is not going to help much. They'll try to keep the drive alive by converting here. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted, a 1st half turnover to swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Give to the back. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They kick it away on 4th down. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Now adjusting. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Cheek. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going downfield for the big play. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Tigers! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, if you were wondering if this offense was going to be more conservative in the second half after all the success they had in that first period, think again. They waste no time taking a shot on their opening drive early on, and they've already scored a touchdown here. This defense continues to be on their heels.
On the move. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off play action. Got it behind the line. It's Cook. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Catch in the middle. It's Beebe ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Kentucky going quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Fires to the big fella. And he showed off that stiff arm as he had a decent run. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to...
It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
I like the decision there in the RPO game, too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game, too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Got a man. It's Cantrell. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, the inside give. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Fires to the middle. He's got it. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And the pass is knocked down, incomplete, but they were in the neutral zone. Defense jumped, and it's going to negate a really good play.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Back to throw, it's Cheek. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Offense working from the pistol. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Using his legs, it's Chop. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
They'll leave it with him. Jukes his way for more. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Keeps looking downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Is Kentucky offense doing work? They're set up with another first down. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. So now it's second and long. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Snagged out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Handoff from the gun. On the move at the 30. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting 1st downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. And his first pass is incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's got it down the left. Turns on the Jets. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Kentucky.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets to his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Complete to start this drive. Breaks into the open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Orlando. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They want to throw it. They go to the wide receiver screen. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The give to the tailback. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Galladay. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Working that deep right side. An excellent concentration on the catch. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Wildcats headed quickly to the line. Just keep slinging it. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Give to the single back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Rushes on him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for the end zone. And it's almost intercepted in the end zone. It's caught, but he's out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a bullet dodged by this offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
He'll heave it deep. Makes the grab on the big throw. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got him.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Release to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Chubb. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Now from inside the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. There he goes. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Man, what a great play by the defender there. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and against an outstanding wide receiver one-on-one, he's able to knock the ball away and force an incompletion late in the game with everything on the line.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their acting. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. LSU now operating in the red zone. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Works the middle of the field. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games,